Hey, my name's J.C. McCauley, and I want to really encourage you to take time out of your schedule and watch Artistic Expressions. I mean, they're going to give you all the information you need to know about the art scene here in Greater Hartford, in Connecticut, in fact, in New England. I'm sure they're going to have some guests from around the country, and maybe even some international guests. So check it out on your local TV station, Artistic Expressions, with George, my man, Milner.
Good afternoon and welcome to Artistic Expressions. I'm your host, Michelle Thomas. In today's episode, we have Aariyan Googe. She is a photographer, but she does so much more. And so we're going to take a look at her work, and she's going to explain her process and why she chose her subject matter. And it will definitely be inspiring. So sit back and enjoy the show.
Hold your head as high as you can, high enough to see who you are, little man. Life sometimes is cold and cruel, maybe no one else will tell you, so remember that you are black gold, black gold. You are black gold.
Welcome back to Artistic Expressions. I'm your host, Michelle Thomas, and today we have Aariyan Googe.
Hi.
Yes.
It's nice to be here.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I'm excited.
Me
You
too.
have a lot of stuff you brought,
I did.
so we're gonna kind of just, ease into that because you have a lot of great images. I want to kind of jump in. It's like candy, but
Thank you.
let's I want to find out a little bit about you and your process first.
Okay.
So you could just start out by what was your kind of start, or what would you describe as your work? Like, how would you describe? Like, I'm a painter. How would you describe your talent?
I am a photographer. I think what I do best is I just capture people's moments. I steal them from them, actually, because sometimes they don't know that I took their picture, you know?
Okay.
So, I like to freeze time.
Yeah.
It's a good way to remember.
Nice.
And it's also a good way to have reminders to be grateful, like the man behind you.
Yeah. Wow. So why did you gravitate towards photography? Just starting out.
Well, my father gave me my first camera when I was 7.
Nice.
Yeah, and he used to take me everywhere he went, and I would just walk around behind him, and everything he took a picture of, I did too.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, but I eventually started taking pictures of my own thing, and so yeah, he got me started.
And that was film.
That was
photography.
film, yes.
Back in the day.
I have a glass jar in my studio with rolls of film in it from, I can't even tell you from how long ago. And every once in a while I stick my hand in and I pull something out and take it and get it developed.
Wow.
It's really interesting to see what I saw back then.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I share something similar. When my first camera, same thing. I used to take pictures all the time, and I still have rolls of film that are not developed. So it's interesting you're saying you just kind of develop and you're surprised it is. It's amazing.
Yeah, I still use my film camera. I have a few different ones, sardine cameras, and when you shoot from the hip, you get crazy stuff. It's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
So why the kind of voyeuristic approach?
You mean
Yeah, just kind of capturing, stealing moments.
Well, that's when the best stuff happens, when nobody knows.
Yeah.
When nobody knows, he would never have been standing there like that if he knew that I was taking his picture, you know. And you catch the most honest moments and the most genuine reactions.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so for you, now, do you like your picture taken?
I don't mind it. I used to be on the other side of the camera when I was younger, but I much prefer this side.
Yes.
Yes.
Little control,
Yes, I much prefer this side, and because I get to make things out of the photos too. I don't like to just hang it on the wall.
Right.
So you will see that I present it in lots of different ways. I'm having a show on the 7th of February.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be 30 Arbor Street.
Yes, yeah.
Yep, Rochester Fine Arts Studio, B11.
Yeah.
It's from 7 to 10, and the theme is love and all of the ways that we see it and that it is conveyed to us. So there are lots of cool, interesting displays to see, like, you know, there's a big Polaroid. And,
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
it's, you know, big,
Right.
and everything's framed like a Polaroid picture because, you know.
Yeah, that's that's where you taking the snapshot, and it has that definite iconic look to it, so you know it's a snapshot.
A snapshot.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Now I'm excited. I'm like, oh, I can't. Well, I want us to go see.
Yes, I hope
now.
you come. I hope you come.
Very nice. So now, are you formally trained, or what's your background?
No, I am not formally trained. I went to school for something entirely different. I used to work with kids.
Okay. Oh, what'd you do?
I worked at a group home for girls.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I used to work at the village.
Did you live in, or
no? I
just came in and
I did residential and I did school. So I did two
Okay.
different. I got to see two different sides because they sure did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yep, and then I went over to the Village for Children and Family Services.
Okay.
And I was there for a little while, and my parents, we own a transportation service in Hartford, Googe wheelchair. So.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I do know. Yes, of course I know that.
Yeah.
Born and raised Hartford.
Yeah,
And now because it's the iconic.
Yep, that's
Googe.
me. And
Oh,
so
wow.
I left there and I went to help out in their office.
So you did work
Mhm.
with the family business.
Yep.
And
I
then,
still do it.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Well, sometimes I drive.
You do drive?
Yep. And stuff has to go on the computer and all that stuff.
Yes.
So.
Nice. How long has the family business been in?
Since 1993.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Got you.
Yeah.
And then you kind of branched out.
Yeah.
And what was your reasoning?
Well, I used to take my camera everywhere with me, and then I don't know, life happens.
Right.
You put your camera down, and I just felt like I wanted to pick it up again. So I'm really excited about all of these photos and all the ones that are going to be in my next show because they're all new. They're all, everything that I saw in the past year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
That's exciting. That's good. That's great. That's what you want. Working artists. And, And so, are you inspired daily? Like, how do you feel?
There's not a day that goes by that I don't take a picture. I take a picture every day.
And now, do you take pictures from your phone? Also,
Sometimes,
right?
yeah. But mostly, I'm a Canon girl.
Okay.
Yeah, I have two Canons. I bring them around with me. Their names are Betty and Lucy.
I know that's right.
Yeah, and my girls, and I bring them everywhere I go. Yes, I do.
And now, I'm sure, do you do a combination? Do you ever ask permission to take photos?
Yes,
like,
I ask permission before I put pictures of people in shows or anything like that. Obviously, I couldn't ask him, but
we'll find them out. We'll find them.
But usually I am able to ask them before putting it in a show or anything like that. But
have
I take
you ever
a lot
had
of
a
nature
negative
shots. No,
no one's like, no, you're stealing my soul.
Yeah, no.
That's my son, by the way.
Yeah, really.
He doesn't want me to take his picture
like
now.
his picture?
Well, I've been taking this picture since he was born, like so he's kind of like, no.
Oh, my son is the same way too now. Yeah.
Nice. So, I keep thinking about this whole kind of taking the picture. What is your technique for, stealing these shots?
I have a long lens.
Okay. So there's one far away.
Two cameras, one with a short lens, one with a long lens. So, whichever one I need, it's the one I use. So, but also, I take a lot of nature shots too.
Okay.
So I use my long lens for, geese and swans and birds in the air.
So you like animals?
Yes, I do. I like to get up early. I get up early every day.
Yes.
Do yoga and meditate because I'm Hindu.
Yeah, center.
Yeah, and then I usually take my camera outside. I go for a walk.
Yeah.
So I see lots of things.
Right.
Lots of things. I love the ocean.
And we're smack dab in Connecticut.
Yeah.
I love the ocean too. The sound, the smell.
Yeah.
It is very kind of
calming.
Yeah. Wow. So, you're getting up. That's your kind of typical movement. And then, what is the most inspiring thing? Like, what inspires you? Just
nature and genuine reactions. Like, I feel, you know, when what's swirling inside of you can't be contained by walls, go outside in nature, you know, and you're gonna feel better. Like 100% every time.
Nailing it. I'm right with you. Yep. Change your scenery, change your whole.
Yeah.
You're
it's
in a
bigger
room.
than you. You know, and it's a great way to humble yourself and put yourself in check.
Right.
It's way bigger than you.
Beautiful. And then you're capturing that at the same time. Now, so you know, you mentioned geese and, you know, kind of animals. Now, what about landscape?
I do landscapes.
Yes.
I like to do bodies of water. I like to do flowers. I like Elizabeth Park in the summertime is one of my favorite places to go take pictures. And I like to go to the reservoir and just anywhere. I get in my car and I go and I get lost and I take pictures. Find something good to eat and come back.
Like trees?
Yep. I actually, yes. In my next show, there's a display.
Yeah.
And you know the trees in Elizabeth Park where the kids go and they carve their initials and I love, and since the theme of the show is love, you know, I had I didn't take those photographs this year. I took them maybe about 2 years ago, but I pulled them out and I strung them together with some cool beads and stuff, and and they're gonna be in the show. The love trees. That's what the collection of photos is called, Love Trees.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
You got me all, my mind's all over the place now. Focus. That's why I love artists, because there's so much that you could do. Like something like that, you know, you have where they're carving their names, but then someone else responds to that so differently, and then to capture that and then to display it and show what that is, that's deep.
And I'm gonna go back actually. I'm gonna take pictures of those trees again because I walk by there every day and there's new initials in the trees.
Right,
and,
right,
you know,
right,
like,
yeah.
It's like
love
new people found
air.
their love. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Now, do you do a combination of extreme close-up or like what do you prefer, and what is your kind of?
I love all kinds of photography. I take pictures of buildings. I take and I like to take things looking up, and I will get on the ground. I'm not afraid to get dirty. Like that picture I took on the ground.
Okay, nice.
So, So, and I was
very extreme.
Kind of on the side of the building for that. I shoot from all different kinds of angles. Like you definitely see it the way I saw it.
Okay, right. You're right down in there.
Yep.
There's a pebble. Yeah, I was on the ground.
Yeah. I was. Yeah. But I enjoy that.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll put my camera on the ground and I'll get down there.
Yeah.
And
what about your personality causes you to do that? Have you always been?
I guess I'm just adventurous. Like
I
want the shot.
Yeah. Okay. I mean that means something, right?
Yeah.
I want the shot.
I want the shot. I like to take pictures of artists too. So I go to a lot of concerts. You know, I caught KRS-One, and you know I had to get on stage for that one, and that was like, girl, you better just get up, get your shot.
Get the shot.
Don't be shy.
So when you were, learning, the camera. Talk about that process just a bit.
Yeah, I definitely learned by taking pictures. I learned how to use light, natural light. I love to use natural light. I don't like to use, big umbrellas and
like the lights in here. These nice
bright lights. Yeah, I don't like them. So yeah, I like to use a lot of natural light. So you'll see a lot of my photos are taken outside or with the shades open, and so I learned about how to use the shadows and how to use the light, and when to put your camera towards the light and not towards the light, and for whatever you want. So I just learned by
trial and error, and a lot of film. And what about composition? Because you have a lot of dynamic composition. Is that the same, trial and error, or?
Yeah, I like to manipulate my photos. So sometimes I alter them. I fuse a lot of photos too. Like I'll take maybe 3, 4, 5 photos and fuse them together, and I make a photo.
Right.
Yeah, that's really fun for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it because you think outside the box. I noticed that you really do. You think outside the box. You have, whatever you're responding to, you're trying to see how do you display it in a different way, and that changes what it is, really. It really does. Yeah. It changes what it is, and I think that's great because you're kind of doing two things at the same time. Yeah. Form, function, and changing the paradigm of somebody's way of looking at a photograph.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that.
Thank you.
I love your work. I
Thank
can't
you
wait to-
very much.
We'll go through all your work. Just let's see. So you kind of, you trial and error. Did you do any formal training in art at all, or did
No.
Did you have any desire?
I taught myself how to make transfers.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And everything that you see, I
Right.
just basically thought, wow, wouldn't it be cool if I could put that photo in that thing?
Right.
Yeah.
I can put that photo in that thing.
Let me see if I can do
on
it.
that thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that.
We're gonna try that. That's basically what it is.
Wow.
So I just see something in my head and I'm like, I want to see that for real.
Right.
And I make it.
Okay. And what so I'm sure that photography can be an expensive profession and kind of moving forward. So how do you
I
handle
print all the
that?
prints myself.
Okay,
I
great.
mount them myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I bought a nice big industrial size printer and I print everything myself.
All right. I guess I'll be coming to your studio for
Yeah.
my printing needs.
Yeah.
Suzanne, you got your big printer.
I do. I print it all myself because I make so much stuff. There's no way. I said when I bought that printer, I was like, oh my gosh, Kinko's.
Yeah,
Because
that's
they're
it.
really expensive.
It's extremely expensive.
Yeah. So you buy a pack of paper, you print.
The need is there. You get it. I'm a fan. You invest in what
your-
it is you
yes.
do, your art, and it will come back to you.
Yeah.
Anyone, I sit here, I'm smiling because anyone that talks about their work and they say, I print it, I produce it, I do all these things. You kind of independent. I always bring up Prince because that's my favorite artist.
Mine too.
Love Prince. But it's like written by, produced by, arranged
Yeah.
by, and it cuts everyone out.
really yours.
It cuts the cost. It's really yours, and it becomes this local community as opposed to it's all outsourced
Mainstream. And
we
you know
can
what? There's
learn.
only one.
Right.
Because I'll never find that tray again.
Yeah.
So that photo will never be in something else like that.
Right.
It's just that one.
Yeah.
It's really special.
Yeah. And so I appreciate that definitely because it's like yeah, that's how I work. That's how I roll too.
Right. Yeah.
Arrange,
Originality.
So I'm super excited because I really want to kind of look at your work and talk about different pieces. I'm actually going to start with this one. It's very dynamic to me, and I just even the coloring. I respond to like the rust in it.
Mm-hmm.
But tell me, what was your angle on this? What were you thinking?
I was on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was out for a ride with my friends, and we came across like a abandoned train yard, and there was a train there, and the tracks it was winter time.
Right.
It was last maybe February, and there was snow on the ground, and it just looked inviting. It was interesting, and it had a no trespassing sign, and so that was it.
You all in.
Jumped out the car.
No trespassing. I'm taking a picture of that shot.
I'm all over it. So yeah, I got on the tracks. And took that photo. The camera was actually right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. So we're gonna, talk about some of the work. We'll, kind of just progress through.
Sure.
So we'll situate ourselves first, and then we'll kind of go through that. But I'm so excited to look at your work.
Great.
I'm still here with Aariyan, and this is a treat. We're going to talk about her work and show individual pieces so that we can kind of really get into her process. She has some exciting work. She's a phenomenal photographer, and let's jump right in. So I'm going to start with, I keep going to these bags.
Okay.
So I want to start with these bags.
Sure.
So talk about these a little bit.
Those are backpacks. They are real Army issue backpacks.
Okay.
So on the front, you'll see it's got one of my photos on it.
Yeah. And what are the words? So that
the words
says,
say, "Are you psycho?"
Yeah.
Yeah. pretty good to be on a bomber bag, I'd say.
Right. So that was my question. You know, you have, you know, Are You Psycho? And it's on a military bag.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what kind of statement are you making?
Well,
Right.
Yeah. My dad was a paratrooper. He used to jump out of airplanes. And I was like, yeah, he's a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got a lot of kind of power in that family
Yeah.
there. Very nice. So I like these. And so what inspired you to put the image on the bag?
I wanted to wear my image one day. So I thought, you know, what would be like, it was like a t-shirt. No, everybody does t-shirts. So I could think of something else to put it on. I was like, I'll put it on a bag. So, you know, there's paperboy bags with different photos on them and like doctor bags.
Yeah. What's this image? Let me see what this image is.
That image, it's a graffiti wall in New Haven.
Okay.
I was driving around with my friends. We were going to the hat store.
Yeah.
And I saw this photo. It was in my brain.
Right.
I had to take it.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like how you say that too. I saw this photo. Well, you didn't take the photo yet. It's in your head.
Yeah.
I totally got it. I'm like, oh, she's like, you're all in it.
Yeah.
I see it.
That was a photo. Yeah, like that's how I see things a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and I see a lot of things through my camera lens because I'm often looking through it when I'm
Right.
driving in car. I take a lot of pictures through moving cars. I took that from a moving car.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to pick your brain on this voyeuristic look. I want to know where you going with that.
Sure.
And then you have a series of belts, which you are wearing.
Yes.
You have one on, which I like that image.
Yeah.
But you have these. And I mean, it has, you know, these have like a retro type feel to them, right?
I love everything 80s. That's probably why my work is so, like MTV-ish.
Yes, it totally has that, you know, Billy Idol is going to come out the door soon. Or
Yeah.
something, I don't know. Same thing, You're Psycho. And then this one I'm interested in.
I
Which
usually
one is
make
this one?
a bag to match, a belt and a bag to match each
Oh,
thing.
okay. So
yeah.
you gotta accessorize. If
Yeah.
I buy a belt, I gotta buy a bag.
There's a paperboy bag for that in my studio.
And what does this one say?
It says material handling equipment. I brought the photo with me. You'll get to see the photos. Yeah.
So you have, and you know, there's some common themes kind of going through your work where you have like industry and you know, kind of, you know, metal and hard and you know, some, you know, trying to fill that out. And what about this one?
That says do not side load.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of subliminal messages in my work. Yeah.
Okay. Do not side load. What's that about? What you trying to say?
I brought the photo for that as well.
I love these.
Yeah.
And I did see this image too.
Yeah, no bird feeding.
The no bird feeding, but with the no that's kind of like scribbled in.
Yeah.
Is this
That's
at
the way it
airport?
was. Yes, it
This
is.
is at the airport.
I
I was
do-
like, I know that spot.
Yeah, I do a lot of driving around, walking around, and just snapping
Right.
shots.
And now, are most of your photographs local? Is it all like kind of
Sometimes.
locals, or is it?
No, whenever I travel a lot, so
Okay.
of course I bring my girls,
Yes.
you know, and and I take pictures everywhere I go of
Right.
everything. Yeah.
Beautiful. And what's this one?
That is a light at the train yard.
Okay. And do you have any photographs you go like under bridges? And
Yes.
This theme is so like,
Yes.
you know,
Actually,
yes, there is one here.
that was taken from a moving car also.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I find that like taking bridges, you know, like New York and that kind of thing.
I
as you're
love to
traveling.
do that. I go underneath bridges and I like to capture the graffiti that the kids put under the bridge.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, is your work for sale?
Yes.
Your work is for sale. How do you sell your work?
I have a Facebook page, Feel Through
Okay.
Your Eyes Photography,
Okay.
Original Novelties and Prints by Aariyan Googe.
I'll make sure I put that out so that we have your, you know, how someone can contact you.
Yeah.
You know,
I
because
have
these
an
are beautiful.
Etsy store. Yeah.
Oh, you do? You do
Yeah.
Etsy? You like it?
I love Etsy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a few artists, friends who say they, you know, sell their work
It's
on
a
Etsy.
really nice place to, you know, you put it up there. It's
Right.
really easy to monitor and
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, we'll check that out. This, if you want to,
This is heavy.
yeah, this is heavy. Let me see if I can lift it. Which
And
side does
this
it go?
Goes like
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, this is the Portland Bridge.
Yeah, it is. Yep, sure is. I'm gonna hold this up, and it might be a glare. I don't know. Hopefully, we can get a good image of it. But so the tray is what's like heavy. And
Yeah.
describe for me, why would you put your photograph in a tray?
Well, it's a nice way to display the photograph without it, hanging on the wall, and
Yeah.
everyone will, get to see it, and it's just unique.
Right.
To something different.
And so, what's your vision for these trays? Like when
Actually, when I
use them?
saw this tray, I knew that I wanted to put this photo in the tray. It was the tray. It called the photo. I guess.
Okay. And it has some similar imagery.
Yeah.
With the tiling.
Yes.
And I love the shell work
Mhm.
of the tray. And so you just kind of respond to these images. And
Yes. Sometimes I see things, and I like to go to antique shows.
Yeah.
And thrift stores and stuff like that. I buy a lot of things to put photos on in there. Yeah.
I notice you work a lot with texture as well. Even within your photographs, you have the texture, but then you're placing them on surfaces that have texture. It's not this smooth and pristine
Yeah.
situation. All right, we're going to look at my all-time favorite today. And I say that without even knowing all of the work that you have in back me, but this image is by far my absolute favorite right now.
Thank you.
Hopefully we can get a good image of that. But it's, I love this piece.
Thank you.
What inspired this piece?
I was at my cousin's house. We were playing dominoes.
Yeah.
And actually, they were playing dominoes because I was just taking pictures. That's
Yeah.
what I do. So I was just fooling around my camera, snapping shots, and he was going for the dominoes. Yeah.
But look at these are these strong, black, bold hands and the contrast of the dominoes.
Like, give me my bones.
Oh my goodness. And then the tray itself.
It's black ostrich leather.
Yes. And it has the same characteristics of the hands and
This tray also called photo.
Right.
I took the photo way before I saw the tray.
Wow. That's like sculptors who say, it's in the stone or it's in the marble, and it's just, it has, it's supposed to come out,
Yes.
This is the same. So this tray, and then you have.
Those are matching coasters.
Yeah.
They're hand transfers. So what I do is they're made out of tile.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do is I take the photo and I put like a very thick paste on the photo.
Right.
Put it on top of the tile and you let it dry for like a whole day.
Right.
Then you take a sponge and some water and you rub the back of the white part of the photo.
Yes.
You rub it off until the image is exposed, and then you just keep going until all the paper is gone. You should like it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You'll have to. I'll have to come to the studio and you show me the process.
Yeah, I'll teach you.
Oh my, I want to know. So this, I'm really dying to kind of touch this guy right here, because here's a lamp, and you have, just describe before I turn it on, what's on the inside.
There's a photo on the inside. On all four sides, it's one photo.
Yeah.
On all four sides, and it's cool when you turn it on. You can see the photo through the. Yeah.
That's going to be bright on there, but it comes right out. And this is the material handling equipment one.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely take a still of that to show it. But so what gave you this idea? It was just another.
I don't know. Things just come to me in crazy ways,
Right.
I'll be somewhere, I'll see something, and I wonder if I can, so I try it, and then it comes out all right, and I'm like, I like that, I'm going to make some more.
But you also have really good craftsmanship. You're not just like, I'm putting it in there. You're really kind of meticulous about how it looks and the presentation of it. And that's an art in itself.
Thank you.
And you're pristine, beautiful. Like, this fits perfectly in here.
Thank you.
And I'm glad that you sell your work, because this piece is mine. I'm buying this piece. I'm flat out buying. When people come to my house, look at it now, because when you go to my house, you're going to see this piece in my
Aariyan
house.
Googe piece in your house.
Absolutely.
That's
I'll support the arts. I'm supporting you. And we have one more tray that I'll pull up. I like this one too.
Yeah, that's from the train yard.
And I do see how the the tray and the image, they're married.
Yes.
This is perfect for this tray.
Yeah.
I can't, there's not another image that would
No.
suit this. And so this was at the train yard.
Yes.
And what were you doing in the train yard?
I was driving by with my girls, and I just had to get out and take a photo of that train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just moved to do it.
Yeah.
You just stop and go.
Yeah. I made a bunch of things out of it, like kitchen set. It's this welcome on, come all aboard the gravy train. That's what
Right.
it says, like on the coasters and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, it was just a fun photo to do things with.
And this is, a nostalgia, one color, but then
Yep.
it has the, worn edges.
Yeah. I did alter that photo a little bit.
Yeah.
Because
To get the color.
yeah,
to get the
because it was
coloring.
old. Like it,
Right.
I felt like when it just felt old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love your work. I really
Thank
do. I think
you.
it's beautiful. So let's take a tour.
Okay.
And you'll describe, briefly what work you have and what inspired you to take them.
Okay.
So first we have your, the guy
The
that
guy.
doesn't know.
Yeah, well, he was standing there. He was holding a sign, and sometimes you have a bad day. And I actually took the picture so that sometimes when you're not feeling so grateful, I can look at it and remember.
That's
I have
right.
lots of reasons to be
Right.
grateful.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And where is this taken?
It was taken in Windsor.
In Windsor.
I was at the.
And now was this in the car? You
Mhm,
were
I was
you
in the
took
car.
this in the car.
I take a lot of photos from my car.
Now it was. Were you far? Was this a longer one or short?
I was probably about 3 cars back, so I did use
Okay.
my long lens. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yep. You don't know.
Yeah. But I did, when I pulled up, I did give him.
Right. Yeah. So
Hours,
right.
so, yeah.
Thanks for the photo.
Yeah.
I mean, here you go.
Yeah. I kind of felt like even
Right,
now.
right.
you
I
know?
know. There is an integrity issue. Right. You're like,
Yeah.
here you go. No, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful composition piece
Thank
too.
you.
With the, you got the lines going in there.
Thank you.
Yeah, and see his expression.
Yeah, he's serious.
Yeah, he's serious about that. He's just like, whatever.
Yeah, he was hungry.
Yeah, he's serious. And then we have You Are Psycho, one of my favorites as well.
Yeah. This is one of my favorites also. This one, I was taking my son to baseball. This is on the Berlin Turnpike.
Okay.
Yeah. And I had to, this is a funny story, I actually kept passing it because
Yes.
you can't turn around on the Berlin Turnpike,
Right,
only
yeah,
in
yeah,
certain
yeah.
places.
Yep.
And so I had to go all the way down, and then when I came back, I was like, I drove by, I had to go all the way down. Yeah, 3 passes to take that photo.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. But you were determined to take
I
a
was
photo.
determined to take that photo.
I like that.
Yeah, thank you.
And so why the very, long angle?
I don't know. That's just the way that I saw it. Because when I was driving by,
Yeah.
I was driving, and that's the way that I saw it
I
when
get
I
it.
was driving. So I
Yeah.
had, I took it that way
Right.
because that's the photo I saw.
Yeah. I like how you work. I'm in. I'm a fan. In this one, I love the colors.
Oh,
Right.
thanks.
It's just how it's manipulated and
And the light was really good that day.
very nice.
Yeah.
And now where was this? Is this?
That's in my friend's alleyway into
Yeah.
the entrance to her apartment.
Is that in Hartford? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right on Broad Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It reminds me of Building Forge. That's why I'm looking at it like in that same area. So, what were you doing?
This kid, he just kept riding back and forth
Yeah.
on his bike, and I was sitting on the ground, and we were outside. It was summertime. We were chilling,
Right.
So, and I just leaned down and took his picture.
Right.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I mean, it's one thing when you see it in your mind's eye, and then to be able to capture that, and
It
it's
is
an
something.
instant gratification when you kind of, get that when you nail it.
It
So
is.
what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move the middle one,
Okay.
right? And I'll put up what you have. Here's the one, the no
bird feeding.
bird feeding, aircraft hazard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites. I love the coloring.
Mhm.
But yeah, like I said, a lot of my work has
Yeah.
some funny subliminal messages.
Right. And so for this one, what grabbed you? What was it? What was the subliminal for you?
The no bird feeding. I
Yeah.
just thought that was hilarious. I said because sometimes people write things on signs and they mean something completely different to the person who wrote it on the sign, but
Right.
you read it and you're like, ha ha ha, you know, and that's exactly what that was for me, because they had a completely different reason for posting that sign, you know, but
it's at the airport and
yeah.
birds destroy aircraft.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So, but I just thought, you know, what we say these days, and you know, I
Right.
just thought, you know, that was real funny, some real funny stuff.
Yeah, and this still again has that nostalgia feeling because it's very worn, it's very old. You know, you have the no that's been, you know, and there's
They
a lot
spray
of
painted
there's
on
a lot of graffiti on it. People putting stickers, and then it's at
And then
this
there's
very
the trash.
secure. Right, it's trash. Right, you know, there's a whole lot in there. And again, another dynamic angle, and you have the barbed wire, so it really it works. It's a really beautiful image. I like that one as well.
Thank you.
Well, here's your other one from your belt.
Yeah.
These are great.
Thanks.
And I like how you do your coloring. Well, explain that process. Like, why so bright? Why so
I love
punching it up?
I love bright, but I felt like you'll see there's a lot of black and whites also.
Yeah.
So I'm all over the place, you know. I do what I like, you know,
Right.
for that particular image.
Right.
It's what I see. So, you know, when I took it was actually kind of faded out, and you know, but when I edited the photo, I wanted it to be, because it says do not sideload.
Yeah.
You know, and it was the message. It was my crazy brain, you know.
Yeah,
so like I wanted it to stand out, and it didn't really stand out when it was faded. Yeah.
Right. And it does. It changes
It did.
the dynamic of the actual subject matter. Like this rust, and this really comes out, and you really get the cracks. And
Yep. You see more of what's going on in the photo.
And so, there are some photographers who want to take it, they do less manipulation, where they capture the image and they want to be able to capture the color the way they want it as they take it. So, and there's all these different philosophies, right, behind why they do what they do. And so for you, do you have any kind of, any personal stake in that?
Like I said before, I do like to use a lot of natural light, so
Yeah.
I do prefer to use, what's available to me
Right.
naturally. But I do like to manipulate photos as well, because
Okay,
sometimes it just brings out things in the photo that you wouldn't have seen before because of the way the lighting is, So, but I do have a lot of photos that I don't manipulate, photos that like churches.
Yeah.
And I took a few photos inside of a church a few weeks back, and I did not manipulate those at all, just because of the way the light was filtering through
Right,
the
it
stained
was
glass,
already-
and it was
right.
already perfect.
Right.
So yeah, sometimes things don't need any.
And then even the subject matter.
Yes.
That's going to influence too.
Yes,
It's you
because-
taking in the church and
Yep.
face value,
Yep.
integrity,
Yep.
so.
Yep. Some things don't need any manipulation, but some things need a little
You
tweaking.
tweaking,
Yeah.
right? I got it. You tweaking. Another. Seeing these very industrial, I love the rust.
And the reason why I actually took this photo is because this part of the photo is behind me. It's a reflection.
Yes.
It was really cool.
Yes.
So,
It does. It looks like a painting of a skyline, and there's the skyline.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it was just
it's a
lined up
reflection.
trucks. It was,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
That is nice. I like the high though.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll just
We'll
move
just take
on
that
from
one
that
down,
one. Oh, beautiful.
Thank you.
Very nice.
This one I set the camera on the tracks to take this photo.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why you can see the,
Yeah. Okay.
that was a fun one.
Yeah, beautiful.
That's the same train.
Yep, that you
Yeah.
manipulated for the color. And where's this? This is in
It's in Windsor.
Windsor, right?
Yeah.
That yarn. And it just looks so deserted, though.
It is
It's
deserted, like the-
but then it has this grand feel to it because
Yeah.
you're low, so it has a grand feel to it. These are beautiful.
Thank you.
I like that one too.
That's the inside of a beehive. I did not manipulate that.
Oh, okay. That's the inside of a beehive.
inside.
How'd you get that for
I
shot?
stuck my camera inside the beehive.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's over there like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it,
Is that the same one with it's a wasp nest? Is that the same one? Because with the paper, you know, it looks like paper, but it's a swirl. Yeah, I did. I saw. You have those? No.
I don't think I brought those.
Oh, okay. That's on your site.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, those were beautiful.
That's the outside, and that's the inside. Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you.
So what are these though?
That's the honeycombs in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. This piece reminds me of like someone's hair.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the knobbies when you do the knob.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I was looking at those the wasp nest. It was beautiful because
Thank you.
it's very delicate.
It was really nice.
Okay, where's this?
Oh, that's Pratt Street.
Oh, okay.
Right in
yeah.
front of the cigar bar downtown.
Oh, you go to the cigar bar?
Yeah, I like it there.
Find out personal stuff. You go to the cigar bar? Very nice. And what captured you for this moment?
I don't. Can you? All right. I'm gonna ask you a question.
Oh, go for it.
So when you look at this photo, what do you feel when you look at this photo?
I mean, for me, it's you know, kind of night, desolate, you know, kind of walking. It could be a million things. Like, you know, you just kind of, it's not personal to me as far as like, you know, there's something moving, but it's very desolate. And then there's this figure, you know, so I feel kind of more, I feel lonely when I actually look at this piece and kind of just, you know, there's this starkness to it.
That's how I felt that day.
Very nice.
I won't tell you the day, but I could tell you the exact day that I took that photo and the rest of the ones that you're gonna pick up for like a few more photos. Yeah. Yeah.
So you have that going on, and it was just, because you have these, you know, you got the naked lights and then the snow, you know, it's like piled up, and
It was cold.
I like the moving figure though.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of ghostly, you know, it's not.
It's like you can see a little bit that there's somebody there, but
just
there
enough
isn't.
of a figure, an arm and a side of a head, but and then it's, you know, it's raw. It's kind of raw. That's why I say it's not personal. It's like, okay, got some stuff going on. Oh, I did see this one. I like this one as well.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. And is that the same area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was walking to my car. That's actually my old car, right there in the photo.
Yeah, nice. And that's good, right? These are history too, historical. Where you have your own story embedded in.
Yeah.
You know, it's like almost you're in there.
Yeah, it's like, it's a piece of you. Like, you know, some of the photos you take them as, you know, sometimes it's just a photo, but sometimes it's a piece of you in the photo.
Yeah, I like that. What about the bike?
I was like, this is really funny. This had to be serious. You know, look at all the snow.
That's right. It had to be serious.
It had to be
You're right. It
serious.
had to be serious. Who's riding their bike in that snow? You was trying to get
chained
there.
it up, girl. Okay.
You're not getting my bike.
Yeah, I was like, that was serious. I don't know what it was that made them come out on a bike in the snow. I hope it was love. You know,
right? Exactly. One of their names is in that tree.
Yeah.
That's wrong. Very nice. Very serious. Okay.
Oh, that's the Virginia Beach Pier.
Okay.
Yeah, I took that picture maybe about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what were you doing there?
I was on vacation.
And then snap the shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And why do you like it?
I love the carnival in the background.
Yes.
It's like in the background, but it's so present in the photo.
Right.
Yeah.
What I respond to is the flash.
Yeah.
Because it speaks like, you know, I don't know, I feel like,
It's kind of like, here we go.
yeah, capturing the moment, boom, flash, you know how flash can get in the way, you know, so it's all reflecting, so I like that. You're capturing, you know, the moment,
Yeah.
but then it's also capturing you. This is a part of you in that photo. I like that. Oh, here's
There's your material handling
equipment. Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
get
what
to see
made me
that.
take the photo, actually.
Oh,
because
yeah.
That's the back of the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the
Oh, I
that's
like
behind
that.
me. Yeah.
Right?
That's one of my favorite
Because
photos.
that's all reflective there,
Yeah.
sky, and then you got that deep, and then what's that? You know, the
And then
window in the
Yeah,
back.
it's kind of like drawing you back there, and then the broken glass at the bottom. Yeah.
Material handling equipment. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I see it now. When you see it as the photo,
You can tell what it is.
see the inspiration behind it. And I like that. It's, you know, it almost has like a framed look itself.
Yeah.
Very nice. So you got a good eye, right? You're
Thank
just
you.
doing your thing, going around.
Yeah. Thank you.
Beautiful. Oh, I like this.
That's in the cigar bar also.
The cigar bar. Somebody else was in the cigar bar.
Yeah, well, that was my friend. That's the same girl who was in the other photo. You can
Yeah.
see a little part. Yeah, we were walking back to the car.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so you were, sitting across from her,
Mm-hmm.
but then you kind of did a little another angle thing there, huh?
Mm-hmm. There's lots going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got the laptop out.
Yeah.
And
There's a man over here.
Yeah, he's doing something. Oh, what
Yeah.
Very nice. And just capturing that moment.
Mm-hmm.
She smokes cigars? Get all in her business.
Like, it's a nice place to go hang out. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I like it there. I know. I like it there.
It's a nice place
It
to
is.
hang out.
And the smell and just how all the shelving
And the vibe in there
everything.
is just real chill.
It
you know,
is.
and everyone's
Because that's
really
what
nice
everyone's
in
going
there.
in there for. They're
Yeah.
going to chill, have a glass of wine, smoke a cigar, chill, talk to your friends.
Yeah.
It's really
Listen
nice.
to some music. There might be a game on. Like, it's really cool in there.
And you capturing the moment. Sort of like a kind of rack focus too, because you can, focus on what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's really in focus, and then they're kind of.
Yeah, she wasn't paying me any attention. I just was clicking.
She has that look too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing this. Love it.
Thank you. Yeah, Walmart.
Nice. Yeah, I can see it. A little heater blower, but he's still a cold.
Yeah. I went in there really early in the morning, and
Yeah.
I was like, aw,
Right. Yeah. He got a lot. I mean, it tells a story.
It does. I mean, he was knocked out because, I didn't take that with a cell phone camera. I actually had time to
Right.
go back to my car and get my Betty and go back to the door, okay? And he was still like,
He
yeah.
is out. He's like, I don't have to move. I'm not moving. Got his headphones on.
Mm-hmm.
It tells a story, though. I mean, he's
You
doing
don't
his
know
thing.
what the deal is with
Right,
him.
right.
You can't tell.
Is it work? Is it
Right.
he
Did
got
he
a
do
book
third
bag?
shift?
What
Because,
we doing?
he's got like earphones, and those look like iPhone earphones.
Right,
You know
right,
what I mean?
right. Ain't cheap.
Yeah. So it's like, is he just catching a wink? I don't know.
Right. Boots. His boots look like he worked though.
Yeah, you definitely wonder about that person. That's what a lot of times why I take a picture, because I'm curious about that person.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the story?
And sometimes you look at their photo, you can try to get to
create
know
the
that person.
context.
Yeah.
Right. You create the story. Oh, here's a story.
Yeah. That's California. I took that in California.
World's greatest wino.
Yeah. He sang songs for us
Songs
and everything.
and jokes. You know what? He's serious with his white socks and
And his-
slippers.
yeah.
He's serious.
Yeah. Yeah, and you see his bag, his
Yeah.
behind the sign, his brown paper bag. Yeah.
He's in. So what was your conversation with him?
He was just telling us, he was singing us songs, he
Yeah.
was telling us jokes. It was a group of ladies, so, of course he stalked us. And,
Right.
he was, of course, wanting money,
Yes,
so
yes.
he's telling us jokes and singing us songs so he could get.
Yeah, that's his,
this
is his hustle.
I need my wine, he was saying, I need my wine.
This is his hustle. But look, he spent some time with his little sign,
He
though.
did, and he got glasses and everything, yeah.
He's an artist.
Yeah.
I love it. These are beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow. So I'm going to move these. We
Okay.
can come back. I'm going to move these. So we're back again. I just have a few more questions for you, Ramya. I am a big fan of your work. I'm
Thank
really
you.
enjoying
Thank
this.
you.
Because photography, it can be hit or miss at times.
Yeah.
And so, the images that, I'm sure you go through rolls of film or even digitally, but then there's that one that captures what it is you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think you do that well.
Thank you.
So does that happen for you?
Yes,
you just-
absolutely. I can take, 20, 30 photos and maybe only like one.
Right.
Only one will say something to me.
Right.
But yeah, but that's, hit or miss. You gotta just keep shooting and
Yeah.
See what happens.
Now, do sometimes you reposition, or is that shot the one?
Yes, sometimes I like to shoot with film because you don't know what you're gonna get until you develop the film.
Right.
But I appreciate digital cameras because you can take a photograph and look at it immediately, and if it's not what you had thought it was gonna look like, you can take it again. And you can leave with your shot.
Digital. I abuse digital camera.
I love
and I come from film, and there's economy in film because you got to get the shot, and so there's a lot of brain stuff going on beforehand to set it up in your mind, and you do that so beautifully ahead of time, and that's the work. Doing it ahead of time. I'm cheating at this point because I'll take 20 shots because I love composition, but I know what I want. So compositionally, but I'll abuse digital because I'm like it's.
Well, sometimes you gotta take the picture fast because
it's
going.
Yeah, you're in a moving car.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta take it fast. But there are times when it takes me a long time to take a picture.
Right.
And if I'm actually taking a picture of an animal or something like that, I hold my breath. I don't breathe until I snap the shot.
Right.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So I keep saying it, but I really do love your work, and I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it.
Thank you.
Beautiful. So what is the future like for you? Like, what is your goals? What are you trying to accomplish?
I am trying to show as many people my work as I can because I really like people to see what I see.
Yes.
And I would like to touch people's hearts and expand their minds and maybe help them learn a little bit about themselves through one of my photos.
Right.
Yeah.
Telling your story, but then at the same time,
letting them make their own.
Right. Challenging there, because you, like you said, you have subliminals and you have thought, but the viewer brings to the image their history and their perception.
Well, if you connect with the photo, then sometimes it might help you process something or something.
Like that really, I respond to that. I really do. I respond to that.
Oh God.
And it was just a moment. I mean, that's a moment.
Yeah.
Because you move your hand, that's it. You're either getting something you don't know if it's gonna work, but when it does, you feel it.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so what are your contacts? So I you have the Facebook.
I have Facebook. It's Feel Through Your Eyes Photography.
Yeah.
I have Instagram.
Okay.
Same.
Do you put a lot of images on Instagram?
I put more images on my Facebook page.
Okay.
It's friendlier. You could do more images at a time, and so and sometimes I post maybe 5 images at a time. So I do use Facebook a little bit more.
Okay.
I am going to try and work on my Instagram-ness.
Right. And what about your marketing? Are you trying to do anything with that, or?
I post a lot of stuff on Facebook, and if you want it, you can inbox me. I do vendor fairs. I'm going to be participating in a fashion show.
Okay.
So I have a table at the fashion show. So I'd like to do things like that because people come by, they talk to you, they want to know about your work,
and you're making it accessible.
Yeah.
I can accessorize.
Yes, you can.
With
and
your
a bag
work.
and a belt. Yeah.
Use some stuff from home, but then have some pieces if I want to hang. So it's beautiful. You're kind of thinking outside the box on how to present the work, but then you're making it accessible for people. So I'm going to really encourage people to check out Aariyan Googe's work and look at the sites and really kind of investigate and check this out because her work is beautiful. I just thank you again for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
This was most enjoyable. It went by in 2 minutes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I'll be great to keep in touch and see as artists what we're doing and support. And I
hope to see you at my show.
Yes, and what was the date again? That was
February 7th.
February 7th. That's coming right up.
Rochester Fine Arts Studio in Hartford, 30 Arbor Street, Suite B11. It's from 7 to 10.
Yeah, I know the place.
Great.
Very nice. So this has been Artistic Expressions with me, Michelle Thomas, your host, and Aariyan Googe. beautiful work. Her photography is moving and striking. So please investigate more. Go on Facebook, go online, check her work out. Phenomenal artist. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So that's it for today. Always remember to support your artists and your local artists and the arts, as I am, because I'm absolutely purchasing this piece from her because that is mine.
Thank you. Great.
And hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Artistic Expressions. Thanks for joining us. Thanks. Beautiful work.
Thank you.
Goodness.
Hold your head up, don't give up. You are black gold. You are. Black gold, black gold, black gold, black gold.
Hi, my name is Shandia. I'm a model. I'm giving a shout out to Artistic Expressions, and I support the arts.
Hi, XY Eli here, blues artist. Shout out to Artistic Expressions, and I support the arts.
Hi, this is Robert Rell. I'm here at the Urban Art Exhibit. Shout out to Artistic Expressions, and I support the arts.
Hi, I'm Rita McGuire. I'm a painter. Shout out to Artistic Expressions, and I support the arts.